Thank you for everybody that's tuning in with me. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody is doing well out there, especially on this beautiful Saturday, even though it is raining, but it's still another day to be thankful for. I just want to personally welcome you guys to the first episode of Truckology podcast, and I'm your host, Denzel.
Ooh, you got a fat ass.
Before we get into today's topic, just hit that like and subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. Before we get started today, I just want to salute all the men and women truck drivers out there that's risking their life every day for the greater good. I love y'all. I hope y'all are safe, and I hope y'all wish the same for me. I've been driving almost 6 years now, and I know other drivers like myself has had that thought at one point in their career that, maybe one day we might not make it back home. But again, that's a sacrifice that we make. So I just want to spread my love. I hope you guys are safe. Hope you guys are protected out there. So today's topic, we're going to get right into it. Mental health awareness. Now, I know in my younger days, I didn't probably think it was a real thing, but as I got older and I started dealing with certain things in my life, I realized that it's very much real. And I just want to reach out to all the truck drivers and get your input. Just leave your comments below. Do you think your mental health has got better or worse since you started driving trucks? Now, I know I definitely had my days like yesterday, just trying to get home. The wind gust was high. I was frustrated. It just wasn't a good week. And sometimes us as drivers in that moment, or that feeling that we feel rather, we just tired and we just ready to get home, get out of this truck and just do a mental reset. I know a lot of truck drivers understand where I'm coming from because I know a lot of us go through this on a day-to-day basis. Before we go any further, let's roll a clip from what my day looked like yesterday and we'll be right back.
I'm so tired of doing this. Boo, get out the way. Not today. Get out my dad.
So as you guys can see, I really did have a rough day yesterday from cars cutting me off. Like I said, the high wind gusts. I'm just trying to get home safe, which I did get home safe, so I am grateful for that. But it just wasn't a good day for me yesterday. But I really want to take a minute and dive in on this subject about mental health awareness because I really think it is important, and especially with me because I know at one point in time in my career, I did really feel like I was losing myself. So growing up, I'm from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, by the way, born and raised, and it really wasn't a whole lot of opportunity here as far as, trying to better yourself. I mean, they had, a couple of decent jobs. They paid decent, but I never really seen myself working 20, 30 years in a factory warehouse, which is nothing wrong with it. There's no disrespect to nobody. If that's what you prefer to do, I just never seen myself doing it. So I kind of looked at trucking, as a way to just get out the state and just see the country, and then I get paid for it too. So I was really excited about doing it, just to do something different and just actually feel like I was doing something with my life. So I went to truck driving school and got my CDL. Took me about like 2 or 3 weeks. Then I went out with a trainer for about 4 or 5 months. Shout out to Randy. I hope you're doing well. I'm pretty sure he's still out there running because he was running like that when I met him. Real good guy. But yeah, I went out with him, man, and I was training with him for like 4 or 5 months on the road. And at the time, I was just excited, just to travel and see, the different experiences. Cause like I said, I'd never really been out the States like that. So I never really seen, half of the country. So it was just definitely a good experience. I finished training. I got my own truck. I was staying out. I was running hard, months at a time. And this was also the first time in my life where I was alone with myself for a long periods of time. And the only thing that I had at the time were my thoughts. So as time went on for me, I really think that my mental health was starting to get a little worse because I feel like, the stuff that I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis, being over the road all the time, driving all times of the night throughout the day, sitting at shippers all day, receivers all day, it was just really starting to take a toll on me. And it kind of led me to start drinking. I was drinking, I think a little too excessive at one point in time in my life, to the point where, I was just trying to suppress the emotions that I was feeling. Because like I said, I've never been the type of person to settle for anything. I've always wanted more out of life. So I think that was one of the most scariest things that I went through. But I can say it was a lot of things that I did. I started really getting in tune with myself and just figuring out, what makes me happy. Like, what would I want to do if I wasn't driving trucks no more, if I decided to retire? So I know one thing that I definitely started doing, I started really getting like more in tune with myself, and I started listening to audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks a lot when I drive. I think that really helps me clear my mind. Also, another thing that I have developed, like far as, creating a hobby, I definitely have gotten into exercising. I bought me some equipment to put in my truck. So, we have days where sometimes we sitting around at shippers or receiver, a couple hours of the day, or even when we you know, get to a truck stop at the end of the night to shut down, do our 10-hour break. I make sure I exercise. Really helps me feel better, really helps me clear my mind. You know, just giving little ideas for truck drivers just in case, you know, you guys are going through the same thing and just trying to figure out, you know, different hobbies. But just share your comments, you know, let me know what you guys think as far as, you know, the hobbies, you know, that you guys develop or what you guys do, you know, to keep your mental at a good space when you're out here driving trucks. Because like I said, I know it's not easy and a lot of people don't understand what truck drivers go through other than that. So just leave your comments below. Let me know what kind of hobbies you guys are into. I know another thing that I have did too, when I don't listen to audiobooks, some days I just ride in silence. You know, whether I got to drive for 6 hours, 10 hours a day, whatever, I ride in silence the whole time because I really don't listen to music like that. So I just sit there and just drive and just really think, you know, and I think that was good for my mental too because, you know, it really gave me time to just sit back with myself and my thoughts and really just see what I be thinking about during the day, you know, and just see where my thoughts at and just see why I think about certain things, you know. So before we go any further, just check this clip out, man. You know, this was me one day, you know, on the way to a delivery. I had about maybe 4 or 5 hours of the drive for that day, you know, so just check this clip out, man, and we'll be right back.
Another day, man. Got about a few hours left. Man, what the hell am I down to eat today? Chester's, Godfather's. I'll figure it out when I get there. Damn, nails kind of dirty. Well, that shit tastes good, though. Tastes good. I just realized. I'm dumb.
To all the truck drivers out there, I just hope that y'all, you know, really listen to me as far as what I'm saying about, you know, mental health. Just make sure you keep in tune with yourself. Make sure your mental health is good. You know, if you get to that point where you getting tired of being out that truck, you know, before you do something crazy, man, just, you know, pull the truck over, go home, take a mental break, mental reset. Because like I said, I done seen a lot of videos, you know, where guys be ready to snap. I seen one guy, you know, he was about to jump off the bridge. I guess he had just got to that point, man. Like, you know, it was messing with him that bad. I don't know really, you know, what he was going through or the details of it, but I do know that, you know, being in trucking, especially how lonely and depressing this can be, if you let it get to you, whatever, it can push you to that point. So I just want to make, you know, all the truck drivers out there aware, you know, just take your mental health serious, man. Don't let these companies, you know, run you 5-6 weeks at a time and you don't go home, you don't have a mental check on yourself, you don't take a break. Like, don't let these companies do that to you, because I know a lot of companies out here that do that. I came from one, you know, they will make you stay out 3-4 weeks at a time, and you know, when I go home for a couple of days, they will be calling me after a couple of days trying to rush me to get back on the road, and they'll never understand, you know, being in the truck that long, you have to have a mental break, you know. And I don't think you out for 5 or 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever the case is, then you come home and 3-4 days and they feel like you don't have enough of a break. Like, no, like, you really need to take that serious, man, and just really, you know, take breaks when you need to, and don't let these companies do that to you. And also too, as an experienced truck driver, know your worth. And what I mean by that is, you know, when you looking at jobs and you trying to find, you know, the best company, make sure they're gonna pay you what you worth, because you are very valuable. Your CDL by itself is very valuable. You gotta protect your CDL at all costs, because I think that's one thing too that can really put a mental strain on you, especially when you have a family. You know, you already gone for, you know, periods of times where you're not home, you're not able to be there like you want to be, and then you feel like the company that you with or the people that you deal with, you know, they underpaying you and they overworking you, because I definitely understand that feeling. I really want to thank everybody for tuning in with me today for the first episode of Truckology podcast. I see the sun done came up today, so I'm about to probably go out, man, go get me some food, run some errands. But all my truck drivers out there, man, is not at home. I'm currently on home time right now. Probably leave out Monday morning, you know. But all the truck drivers out there, whatever region y'all in across the country, man, I love y'all. Be safe, you know, protect y'allself, protect y'all mental health, you know, check in with yourself, tune in, you know, and just leave, like I said, leave in the comments, you know, as far as the hobbies or whatever that you guys do, you know, just to keep yourself sane out here. I'll see y'all next Saturday for the second episode of Truckology podcast, and I'm your host, Denzel. I'll holler at y'all, man. See y'all again next week. Thank y'all, man.